Yo, what's up, Don? How you doing, buddy? Just give everybody a couple minutes to get in here. I'm not that high on Porter, but I love Murray and Peyton. I like Peyton a little less on FanDuel. On DK, he's going to be a lock. What's up, Conflict? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Share the stream with your friends at Sportsbet. It would help tremendously. Give it a couple minutes. 2 more minutes and we'll start. Just waiting on people to get in here. Oh, bro. I've been playing since about 2011, 2012, I think. Oh, McLevin, boys. I love it. What's up, Jose? I have a passion for it, dude. Like, the data, I love sifting through it and finding it. Like, I don't know. I just really enjoy it. I ask myself sometimes, like, why I like this shit so much. Because it seems so monotonous. But I do. My kids are about to come in the house, y'all. I'm sorry. I hear them on the porch. Lakers rookie. Which one? Dalton Connect? I think he starts tonight, and he's great value if he does. If Rui sits, which he's doubtful, so he probably should. Alright, let's get into it. It's 5 o'clock on the dot. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by. Hit the like button, share stream with your friends, and let's go. Starting off, first lock of the night, very first player, Jamal Murray. How do you not play him today? The heart and soul of this team is missing because of a birth of a child, is what I read. And that is a ton of usage. He's the next best player on the team, so he has not played up to his expectations this year. He's got a great matchup against a decimated Pelicans team. And the spread isn't even that bad, only 3. So, sportsbooks think it's going to be a competitive game, and I'm here for it. Give me all the Jamal Murray tonight. Davion Mitchell's looking like a great value piece. He didn't quite get it done against Milwaukee in 33 minutes, but for 4,500, if I'm rostering a player and I know they're going to play 33 minutes, I'm a very happy guy. We've seen he's got the upside to blow this $4,500 salary out of the water. When he gets the minutes, he's going to get the minutes again tonight. Don't mind this play at all. Chris Dunn, probably going to be a... No, not on FanDuel. He's not going to be a core piece on FanDuel, but I love him. He is on DK. He should get to start again tonight. And Houston put up 33 fantasy points in 31 minutes. Had a higher potential assist number than Harden did. So, you can't go wrong at 4,700 playing him. against the exact team he just put up 33 fantasy points against. I think Keon Ellis looks good. Sorry, my son walked in. Just kind of a low tier value piece. Like, I'm going to manually bring him down so I don't get as much of him. He should get plenty of minutes tonight with no DeRozan and no Monk. But he's going to have guys like De'Aaron Fox, Domantas Sabonis, Keegan Murray, and Kevin Huerter all ahead of him in the pecking order of getting the ball, making a play. So, like, I would just, for this price, I want to try to get more money and get to Dunn or Mitchell, who I know I can rely on much more. Speaking of which, Fox usage opens up with no DeRozan. Gets Phoenix, the game DeRozan got hurt in. He put up 57 fantasy points. I think he's absolutely capable of doing that again tonight. Don't mind him at all. Tyler Hero looks great. Great matchup. So, usage rate, right? It really depends. Like on a starter, let's take like Trae Young. Just because I looked over and seen his name, Jose. Trae Young. He's a starter. He plays every game, right? Usage rate for him means way more to me than a guy coming off the bench because of the way it's calculated. So, Trae Young's usage rate is 27.19%. I think that's a little low. It's got to be higher than that on this team. But that's because he is always on the court and it's always being accounted for. Where Dunn just got thrown into real minutes. I mean, before the Houston game, I don't think he had played. No, he hadn't played over 30 minutes a game. So his usage rate's going to be lower. But I think Dunn's absolutely fine. Really on that team, it's Harden, Zubac, and then who's the next guy? In my opinion, they want it to be Dunn. How chalk is Murray? Right now he's around 26%. I think it'll come in higher than that. But Tyler Hero, great matchup against Indiana. Just put up 69 fantasy points with no Butler. Better matchup, in my opinion. Don't mind him at all. Has a huge ceiling. I prefer Bam Adebayo myself, but yeah, Norm. I forgot about Norm. Trae Young's fine. I don't mind him. It's just his price is a little hefty when you got guys like Hero, Fox, Donovan Mitchell, Steph Curry, all cheaper than him today. Great game environment, though. Two very fast teams, highest implied total on the slate. Steph Curry's fine. I'm just worried about blowout in this one, but he has scored 56 fantasy points or more in back-to-back games. Gonna be a core piece for me right here. Donovan Mitchell tonight taking on the Bulls. The Bulls are atrocious against point guards and shooting guards. And Donovan and Darius kind of switch out the point and the two guard spot, so. But he just put up 61 fantasy points against them 2 games ago. Then went to Philly and put up 58. I think he's on his game now. He's just far too cheap. I love some Donovan Mitchell tonight. SGA's fine. His price is high. He's got the upside. We've seen that against the Clippers. But he's just kind of a meh play for me today. There's so many good guard options around the 8K range. And then pretty much everyone under SGA is going to be GPP for me. I'm just going to touch on a couple guys that stand out. Cade Cunningham being one. I hate his price. Absolutely hate it, but it's a great spot for him. I think Darius Garland, if you don't want to play Mitchell, Garland is a great pivot. I think Tyus Jones, getting a little overlooked with no Bill. I know he hasn't lived up to his potential yet, but he's still relatively cheap. I think Russell Westbrook's intriguing tonight. I do. Just kind of looking. Yeah, everybody else is going to be MME for me. If you guys have a question about a specific player, let me know and we'll go over them. Why is Trey Murphy chalk? I didn't know he was. He's not showing his chalk for me. He shouldn't be at all. Yeah, when I'm going over a player and talking about him, I'm just talking about the player and the matchup in general, unless I bring up price. That would be the only thing that's different, price. Because, like, for instance, who was it? On DK, Peyton Watson. I fucking love Peyton Watson on DK. Gonna have 100% Peyton Watson tonight. The reason for that, he's 4,600 over here on DK. But if I flip back to FanDuel, I still like Peyton Watson, but he's 5,700 over here. That price is harder to stomach on FanDuel than it is on DK. Strother's solid. Don't mind him today. I am, with as many games as are going on today, going to limit myself on DK to just two players per team. Like, I'm only going to have more than likely Watson and Murray on my DK lines from the Nuggets. The two guard, we got another core piece right at the top. Kevin Huerter. No DeRozan, no Monk. Easily going to see 30-plus minutes in this game. 45 fantasy points against Phoenix. Had a bad game against San Antonio, but only played 24 minutes. Previous game, he played 35, like I expect him to do tonight. Put up 41 fantasy points. Easy core piece for me that I think can really, really outscore his value today. I'm still not on Trey yet. Like, I want him to get a couple more games under his feet. Another guy with huge upside that I just don't like his price, but he could be a tournament pivot to take down at low ownership, Grady Dick. When his shot's falling, he puts up 40 fantasy point performances. Low ownership tonight, only showing about 6%. Love it. We talked about Hero. Grayson Allen, I can't roster him. I've seen everybody in the industry today just salivating over Allen. But I can't do it. He hasn't played over 27 minutes this year. He's been on the injury report literally the entire year. I like Josh Okogie way more and Ryan Dunn than Grayson Allen. I've completely taken him out of my player pool. Paul George's going to have his minutes restriction removed tonight. I think he is an interesting option. Put up 54 fantasy points against New York. Not a guy I'm just shoveling in my lineups, but if he winds up in there, I'm okay with it. Malik Beasley, if he starts, is fine. I think he does start. He put up 42 for us in the core, not before last against Milwaukee. I just want to say that core not before last, elite, with the exception of AJ Green. We had Giannis put up 98 fantasy points. We had Malik put up 44 at, what was his price? 4.6K. Everybody just smashed on that slate in the core, except for AJ Green. Played like the whole game, put up 4.6 fantasy points or something. Ooh, I was heated. I still made money, but man, what could have been. You want a safe play tonight? Benedict Mathurin is it. He's going to score you 30-plus fantasy points every game. You can truly trust him. Does a little bit of everything. I really like Mathurin. If you need a last guy in, you know he's not going to sink the ship. It's Mathurin. We talked about D. Mitch. Devin Booker's totally fine. Gonna have to use all the usage. Don't really care for the matchup. OKC plays some great D, but, I mean, it's him and Nurk. Bilal Colaby's fine. It's kind of fine. Everybody from here down is just GPP. That's all they are. Got any questions about a specific player, let me know, and I'll be happy to help you. We're up to 8 viewers. What's up, guys? Welcome in. Hit the like button. You got any questions? Ask me. Anything about the slate. We're just going position by position. Nobody's really standing out here for me. Let's move over to small forward. We talked about Kevin Huerter. Jalen Williams almost made the core. It was between him and Johnson. Jalen Johnson, that is. And I went with Jalen because the matchup and the history against Washington this year. But Jalen Williams has been elite. Really like him. Really like Jalen Williams quite a bit today. Love for Duran. So, here's the thing with Duran, right? Yes, he's grading out very well for me on both sites. Almost like core piece worthy for me on DK. I'm not coring him, and I'm going to be severely under the field. I had to manually reduce his projection because of how he plays. And this isn't like, I mean, you could probably look at the analytics of it, but this is me just watching basketball and watching his games. He is a foul machine. Like, he's a great player, don't get me wrong. That's why he's projecting fantastic tonight. Toronto's awful against centers. But he gets in foul trouble very quickly, and that scares me personally. Like, I'm going to have some of him. I'm going to take those shots, but I'm not going to be anywhere near the field on him because I am scared to death of him getting in foul trouble. Moving down, we talked about most of these guys. Jalen Johnson, I just touched on him. Going to be a core piece for me tonight. I love Jalen Johnson, even with Trae Young back. 2 games against Washington, he's put up 57 and 53 fantasy points this year. He's just an elite player. I really like him. He's been in the core a lot this year. He has been our most scored player this year. Moving down the line, Tobias Harris is okay. Like, he's grading out well. He should do well today. But you see his line here. If any of you guys know like about the stock market or anything, he's safe and consistent. He's never going to blow the top out off the slate, but he's never going to kill your lineup either. Talked about most of these guys. I really like Josh Okogie tonight. I've been looking around, and everybody is touching on Grayson Allen or maybe even a little bit of Ryan Dunn. Nobody's talking about Okogie. Josh Okogie won me so much money last year. There was a point where the Suns were decimated, and he was having to start, decimated with injuries, and he was just a fantasy point per minute monster. If he gets the playing time, he will break the slate. I guarantee it. If he gets 26 plus minutes, he will be a must-have. I'm not coring him because of how risky he is. And I absolutely do not think he starts, but I think he gets 24 plus minutes off the bench today. And I'm going to have a lot of Okogie. I like him a lot. But it is a risky play. Brandon Ingram looks fantastic today as well. He has not lived up to his expectation yet. He's dropped 2 50-plus fantasy point games, and that's not his expectation. But the matchup just does not get better than this, guys. He's playing a Nuggets team without Joker. He's literally all they have. Who's the number 2 on that team? Trey Murphy coming right off injury? Brandon Boston? No. Ingram's the only real talent they have. So, I really wanted to roster Franz. You guys know I've liked Franz for the past week. Ever since Paulo's been out. But he's just kind of a, if he falls into my lineup tonight, kind of guy at his price. And it's not even him. It's the game environment. Lowest total on the slate. Both of these teams play slow. Like, I mean, I want to, but I just can't force him into my lineups. I'll have him in MME, but that's about it. Ryan Dunn, if he starts, I mean, he's 3,900. I don't mind him. It's kind of a if he lands in there. Wiggins fine. Highsmith's fine. I expect Highsmith to start, but he's never really going to blow the top off of it. DeAndre Hunter, first game back. I don't know how comfortable I feel rostering him first game since October 25th. So, RJ Barrett's always got the upside. He, for some reason, has been on a steep decline, but I don't mind him. Murray and Porter are okay. It's kind of eh. Like, if they land in the lineup, sure. Strother is a great value option. I project Dalton Connect to start with Rui out. It could be Cam Reddish, but I think it'll be Connect. And he's a great value if he does. I probably have him under projected if he starts. I'll give him a little boost there. We getting any news in? I haven't gotten anything. Oh, Rui 3 minutes ago was officially ruled out. For the last 2 games, I have no idea. Talking about Memphis and Golden State, Minnesota and Sacramento. It'd be Kevin Huerter, Keon Ellis, Steph Curry, and probably Jaren Jackson. But yeah, everybody below connects, just kind of MME. You got any questions about a player, let me know. I'm interested to see how the Nets line up, what they run tonight, with Claxton being out. But Ben Simmons is going to play, so that kind of muddles it up. Moving over to the power forward position, I mean, the 3 up top, I would be okay if every one of my lineups tonight had 2 of those 3. I love those 3 that much tonight. Jalen, and Peyton. Give them all to me tonight. I love them all. But if you don't want to play any of those, I think the game environment really favors Okongwu tonight. And you guys that have been watching me for a while know I hate playing any center from the Hawks, Capella or Okongwu, just because of how they split their minutes. But there's going to be a lot of running from both teams tonight. Both these teams like to run the court. And I think the game environment favors Okongwu here. Jalen, that's right. Jalen Williams and Jalen Johnson. I love both Jalens today, Prince. We've talked about most of these players, though. I think AD's fine, but I would probably rather play LeBron at a cheaper price. They're just kind of for me. Sabonis is solid. Siakam's totally fine. You guys know I hate rostering Draymond because he's always prone to get ejected. Mobley and Allen's a situation you want to watch. I expect them both to play, but coach said they would be true game time decisions. Wemby always has the upside. I can't get him right this year. You guys know that. I'll core him on a day like this when he gets 35 fantasy points and then cuss him out and say, I'm not playing him ever again, and he drops 78 the next day. Ugh. Most of these guys are just MME only for me. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and join our Discord in the description below where we give out free plays every day. Any love for Jalen Brunson? No. He's really MME for me only, and it's just a game environment. It's going to be a slow, sluggy game. Like, I'm not playing him on either site unless it's a wild MME sprinkle that the optimizer spits out. Play Poole or Carrington? Poole. Would you play Wilson or Mitchell, DK? I don't know who you're talking about. Are you talking about Donovan Mitchell? And Wilson, yeah, Jalen. I mean, that's like 2 totally different price points there. But moving over to center, by far my favorite today, hands down, is Bam Adebayo. Just such a great spot for him. No Butler. He should be able to eat. But if you don't want to play him, I really like Nurt today too. He is questionable. I think he plays. But really, those are the only two that I'm kind of digging. Oh, Davion Mitchell. Got you. Let me look real quick on DK. So, it'll be close. Yeah, Mitchell is 5,100. It will probably be Wilson. Oh, yeah, it'll be Wilson by a mile just because of the price, but I really don't care for either one of them on DK. But moving back to center, all these plays are just okay for me. Like, nothing's really sticking out. Everything's okay other than Bam. Jalen Duren, like I touched on earlier with Jose, he's got great upside. He does, but he scares me with fouls. 5 fouls, 6 fouls, 5 fouls. 5 fouls last game out. Like, it makes you nervous, you know? I think if you wanted a low on tournament pivot, I talked about this on Wednesday, and he absolutely failed. But I think Ivica Zubac against Houston looked solid, but he only played 27 minutes. I think Goga's fine. But I'm going to be honest with you. And I think the public's going to be on it. And I'm completely fading it today. I'm not going to play Zeke Naji or DeAndre Jordan. Even if they're starting. I think they're going to not only split minutes with each other, they're also going to split minutes with Dario Saric. Even starting, I think it's going to be a 3-way split with minutes. And I don't want to roll the dice and hope I land on one of the 3 that might go off. And that's a big might. I think Russell Westbrook's interesting. Nah, I'm not playing any Marcus Smart at all. I do not play players coming off injury, and like he just came off injury. Only played 23 minutes last game. He might get like 25, 26 this game. But let's run the FanDuel core, and then we will go over DK, guys. I'm putting the core in the DFS chat. So, 1 second, gents. Alright, now let's swap over to DK. So, gonna be pretty... I'm just gonna give you guys my DK core right off the bat. I'm gonna say it once and then I'm putting it in the Discord. I'm not gonna repeat it, so... if you miss it, you're gonna have to buy a premium subscription to get it. Which, cheapest in the business. It's like $10. Jamal Murray. Peyton Watson. Chris Dunn. And Donovan Mitchell. I think those are solid players. We'll go position by position very quickly on DK. I know we don't do it, but that's right. Like Jose said, buy it. If for some reason you can't watch the show, you still get access to the cores. And you guys, even if you're not a premium member, you can join our Discord and @ me at any time with any questions you have. Just make sure you @ me, Don. Like, hit the @ key on your phone or keyboard and then type in my name, Holy Jack Daniels. That way, it sends a ping to my phone. If you just type in the chat, hey, who's better tonight? Like, I may not see it. But at point guard, Jamal Murray, Chris Dunn, Donovan Mitchell, my 3 faves on DK. If you want to pivot to Garland for more salary, I think that's okay, but I strongly prefer Mitchell. I think Hero is totally fine. I think Ben Simmons is intriguing at his price, as weird as that sounds. I think Ben, pretty intriguing. Just hate that game environment. Use sign language. I think Russ is fine. I think Russ has a big ceiling in this game. I think they might run small a little bit. Moving over to the 2, Murray and Dunn and Mitchell. But I think Math is the man. I really like Math. Yeah, like if I hop on there, Don, and I see it, like I'm happy to respond. But like after the show, I have my lineups in. That's right when my woman gets home from work. So I'm usually like talking with her and about her day and everything, and then like I'll get the ping on my phone if you at me, but if you don't, I wouldn't get it. I think Hero looks really good in the 2 guard spot if you don't want to play Murray or Dunn there, or Mitchell. Matherin's a safe pick. I think Julian Strawther is a very strong option if you want to go cheap. DK players, if you want to go cheap, I like Strawther quite a bit there in that position tonight. The 3 guard, you can play Porter over on DK, but I'd probably rather play Strawther in that spot if it's me, or Matherin. At the 4, Watson, he's going to be locked into that spot for me. But I think Harris is fine, but he's just too safe. Jalen Johnson, I like, of course. Is Cat chalk? No, Cat's not going to be chalk. And then at center, I think Bam Adebayo again. Joe Val's just too cheap, and you guys know I love Jalen Williams. Also, Goga and Turner are interesting to me. And Noah Clowney is very interesting at 3,500. Let me check on Cat. He won't be chalk, though. 6% owned. I just hate that game environment. You guys got any questions? Any questions at all? Let's run the core then if you guys don't have anything. We got Murray. We got Herder. We got Jalen. Where you at? Jalen? We forgot Spider. Where's it? There he is. And then we got Bam. That's our FanDuel core. Let's run it and see what kind of lineups we get. CP3 fine versus Lakers. Getting a lot of Grayson Allen. Yeah. You weren't here when I was talking about that, were you, Jose? But I know CP3's grading out fine. Yeah, he's grading out for me. 30 fantasy points, 7% owned. Like, he's okay. I don't mind him. He's met value in 2 games back to back. He's totally fine. I don't mind CP3 at all tonight. But let's look at Grayson Allen, right? And I'll even swap to DK for you. I've taken Grayson Allen out of my player pool tonight. I think he's going to be chalk. Right now he's showing at 26% on DK. I think it's going to be higher than that because every tout site I've looked at today has been just all over him. But let's look at his game logs. He hasn't played over 27 minutes all year. He hasn't met value but 1 time this year. He's been on the injury report literally every game this year. I don't think he's fully ready to go. I think something is wrong with him, like injury-wise. So my pivot, a guy I'm going to be very heavy on both sites, and I haven't adjusted his projection on DK, so I probably need to do that, but is Josh Okogie. Power forward here. Yeah, I definitely got to adjust that. I love Okogie today. This is a guy that won me a lot of money last year, Jose. The Suns were very hurt with injuries. He came in to the starting lineup and just dominated. Great fantasy point per minute player. He came off the bench, played 28 minutes last night, and scored 42 fantasy points. So, my take on this whole situation is Grayson Allen or Ryan Dunn will start. But I think Josh Okogie easily gets 25, 26 plus minutes tonight, and he's a 1.11 fantasy point per minute player. So he's easily going to pay off his salary. I love Josh Okogie as a low-owned dart throw tonight, and I'm going to be very overweight. We're getting some news in. Look at there. Look at there. I called it. It's almost like I knew. Grayson Allen ruled out. Sheesh. Andre Drummond's going to play. Tim Hardaway's out. We knew that. Sixers starting Lowry, McCain, George, Martin, and Embiid. I figured that. Jaden Ivey is going to play. That's some pretty big news there. No, I don't have no crystal ball. It's just, I mean, I don't know if you guys keep... I keep up with this every day, and I'm just so tired of seeing Grayson Allen on the injury report. Like, I look at the injury report every day for every team playing that night, and every day I've seen his name. I'm like, I know something's not right with this guy. Like, just get whatever it is fixed so, he's good to go. Quit, messing with him. Letting him play, 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. Oh, I'm still hurt. So I think they start Ryan Dunn, but I think Okogie's something nice now. I gave him another boost in points, and that's going to give me a lot of them. I'm going to just run one here on DK. Go back to FanDuel, and I need to upgrade him here. Alright, we're running some DK lineups here. Oh, I didn't lock the core on DK. My fault. My fault. There's Spider, Murray, and where Chris Dunn. There he is. There is our DK core. Now let's run that. Alright, we got some starting lineups here. Pistons going to start Cunningham, Ivy, Beasley, Harris, Duran. Just who I thought they would. And the Raptors going to start Donovan, Davion Mitchell, Grady Dick, Agbaji, RJ Barrett, and Jacob Podol. So nothing out of left field. Yo, why are these lineups taking so long? Okay, we got our FanDuel ones here. See this first one. We got our core. Outside of our core. Oh, this is fire. I love this first one here. You get a low on Okogie. You get the other Jalen I love, Jalen Williams. And then the only one that I might have a question mark about is right here. Okongwu. That's the only question mark I have. Right there. But I told you, if you was watching earlier, I love this matchup for him. It suits him. So I like that a lot. Yes, sir. Let's see what we got on DK here. Okay, this one ain't bad. I'm just kind of about Harris. But this one's got a Kogi in it. And we get Podol too, which is very low owned. I like that. I'm going to manually fade Harris. I'm going to like Josh Okogie. They know give me more of him. Let's rerun that and see what we get. Getting some more news in. Pacers starting Halliburton, Ben Shepherd, Benedict Mathurin, Pascal Siakam. Evan Mobley rolled out. Holy. Mobley was rolled out, ladies and gentlemen. FanDuel Core. Yeah, it was posted in the Discord. It's going to be Spider, Jalen Johnson, Bam Adebayo, Jamal Murray, Kevin Huerter. That's my FanDuel Core for tonight. Evan Mobley's been ruled out. AD is available to play. Gonna have to give our projections a minute here to catch up. But Mobley being ruled out is big. Who you guys think they start? Dean Wade? That'd be my guess. That just makes me like Spider even more. Allen a good play? So, I don't think he's a bad play now that Mobley's out. But I said this on Wednesday's show. I was looking at the numbers, and historically, Nikola Vucevic for Chicago has dominated Jared Allen. I don't know what it is about Vooch, but Allen has struggled every time those guys have met. How did Allen do last game? I didn't even check that today. Yeah, right here against Vooch. He put up 20 fantasy points in 26 minutes. Like, I don't know what it is about Vucevic. Like, he's not known as, like, an elite defender or anything. But he is just, like, got Allen's number for some reason. With that being said, a lot more usage is available now in the paint. It's not going to change much for me building, though. It's really not. Let's see here. They marked him out? Yeah, they marked him out. I was just about to start really building on FanDuel too. Let's see, where is my FanDuel? Here it is. Hey Jose, are you a Spurs fan? That makes Allen look a little better. But nothing crazy. Like, if we go over to the power forward tab, like, Allen looks better, but, like, not a must play in my opinion. What do you think about Wemby this season? Maybe you know something I don't, because I can't get him right. Every time I've cored him, he scored. Cored him first game of the season, he scored 28. Then I scored him against, I think, Minnesota. He scored 35. I can see that. I think his price is more manageable. Yeah, so, okay. Line start is projecting Dean Wade to start, who I thought. Dean sucks. But, I mean, he's starting and he's 3,300, so. He might fall into your lineups. And then Allen. He done well. He has done well against the Lakers in his career for sure. It's a very short career, but you know. Alright, about 15 minutes till lock. You guys got any questions? Hit me with them. I completely forgot that I had made college football lineups on DK. I pulled it up and I was like, what? Would you get Williams on DK over Peyton Nugget so I can add Chris Dunn to my lineup over Mann? Yeah, I would not want Mann in my lineup, that's for sure. Jared Allen is confirmed in now, gentlemen. Murray's updated ownership. They got it at almost 28%, but I'm telling you, it's going to be higher than that. It's going to be around the 36, 37-ish percent range. DK has Murray at 43. Yeah. DFS Army. Yeah. I think that's more in line where it'll be. I think he will be the most owned player on the slate. Him or Watson, one of the two. Hey, Jose, you playing any college football tonight or no? We just got news. Dalton Connect will start for injured Rui Hachimura, just like I told you guys. That is official. So Connect is great value now. Whoa! Isaac Okoro and Georges Niang starting, not Dean Wade. I was expecting Dean Wade. It's going to be Niang. I will probably have no Niang. It's 7 Central. he started this year at all? No. But he's too expensive. I'm not gonna have him on here. Let's see here. Get Dean Wade out of here. Coro, I don't want any of anyway. Yeah, man, if you got any questions, hit me with them. I think Georges Niang makes sense on DK. I won't be playing him on FanDuel, but at 3,100 on DK, very intriguing option there. Yeah, if you got any questions about the college football slate, just hit me up in Discord, buddy. I'm playing all that North Texas UTSA game. I got both quarterbacks, the receivers, a tight end. Love that game tonight. Stacking it up. I've got to get my lineups in. I always get so nervous when it comes down to it, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, come on, come on, load. How crazy would it be because this game's starting at 7? I'm playing a ton of Josh Okogie, okay? If he got the start. I don't think he does, but if he did, oh, I would be a very happy guy. Cat birthday nuke? If you say so. Hey, good luck, Conflict. Thanks for stopping by, brother. I greatly appreciate you guys tuning in. Makes this all worth it for sure. Alright, 9 minutes, guys. 9 minutes. You got questions? Hit me with them. Oh, I love taking Vegas's money. I love it. I would, but it's close, Don. It's very close. Oh, dude. Your tactic is, like, very unique. The way I see it is, like, you're not going to hit as much, but when you do hit, you're going to hit big. Let's do it, Don. Oh, thanks, 8. Dude, that really actually means a lot to me. Like, some days I get on here and, like, I mean, not to be too sappy or anything, but, like, you're the only person in here, and, like, it makes me feel good seeing you pop up saying I'm here. Like, it makes me feel like I have a purpose, bro. So, it's not about me, it's about you guys, and I can't say thank you guys enough. You guys are awesome. Oh, thank you so much, Don. That means the world to me. Yeah, I still don't have my lineups in. I'm working. I'm trying to get it done. I'm sorry if I don't respond to you. Come on, hurry up and load. I'm really getting it down to the wire here. Alright, they're updating now. Hey, 8, no shit. We get there, homie. All the original members getting lifetime subscriptions. That's my goal one day. Because that's why I started this shit, bro. You look at any of the big ones, Roto Grinders, DFS Army, Stochastic. They're not affordable for the everyday player, and that's all I want to be. Let me do the research, let me tell you about the players, and then you can make a more informed decision for a lot cheaper than you can paying all that money for their data. It's literally hundreds of dollars. Like, it's just, it ticks me off. It's so expensive. It should not be that expensive, bro. Campaigns available to play. Brunson will play. Backup point guard Deuce McBride's out. Yo, Cat's rolled out, 8. I don't know if you played him. Carl Anthony Towns has been ruled out. Please do not play him. I got Cat in 7 lineups. I'm replacing him now in them, though. Only 7, thankfully. swap to Podol, I think that's a solid swap. But the price difference is huge. I also have Allen as my center on DK. I did not think I was going to get him at first, but his price, he perfectly landed in my lineups. Well, that said, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate you guys tremendously. I am playing college football on DK. It starts in 1 hour. If you're interested in that, just message me or at me and I'll give you my core. With that said, I appreciate you guys. Hit the like button, hit the sub button, join the Discord.